This is Craig Haugard with your Financial Issues Ag Update for March 8th. Well, Friday saw corn prices rally on news of continuing struggles in South America. Brazil has some areas where it's still too wet to get the soybean crop harvested, so obviously corn planting in those areas is also being delayed. Argentina lacks moisture that's needed for crop development, and the continued hot and dry forecast in that nation all point to a reduction of yields. As we head into tomorrow's USDA report, traders are projecting that here in the U.S., ending stocks will come in at 1.47 billion bushels, down slightly from the 1.5 billion in the February report. Soybeans traded higher on soaring soybean oil futures here in the U.S. and strength in other vegetable oil markets. Those of you that have been listening to these updates for any period of time now will be shocked to hear that soybean prices drew additional support from tightening stocks, strong demand, and weather-related crop worries in Brazil and Argentina. Heading into tomorrow's USDA report, the average trade guess is that we'll see projected ending stocks come in at 117 million bushels, just slightly snugger than 120 million in last month's report. The wheat market took its cue from the rally in the row crops and closed a bit higher. Gains were limited by the rally in the U.S. dollar and forecasts for beneficial rains in the U.S. southern plains for the first portion of this week. Wheat prices in the EU were slightly firmer as they saw modest buying interest after the recent price weakness. Cotton futures ended the week on a little bit of a stronger note. At the close, the May futures were 62 points higher, settling at 87.76. Livestock futures were split on Friday. At the close, April live cattle were 47.5 cents higher, while April feeder cattle were a nickel better at the closing bell. Lean hog futures were a touch weaker, with April futures finishing the session 12.5 cents lower. Class 3 milk futures lost a bit of ground on Friday. At the close, the April futures were 5 points lower as they settled at 17.64. Meat cutout values were mixed. Choice box beef dropped by $2.55 to close at $231.33. Select boxes were down 83 cents as they settled at $220.85. Pork carcass cutout values were $1.62 higher, ending the session at $95.14 per hundredweight. This has been Craig Haugard with your Financial Issues Ag Update. We'll be right back with more financial issues after this.